Hi everyone, welcome to Whispering Spirit Tarot, weekly tarot energy report for August 17, 2020. Oh, I better turn the sound down. So I'll do my usual share. I hope you're having an awesome week. Sorry I couldn't make it last night. I was just completely exhausted. I went to sleep at 9:30, gone out like a light until 7 o'clock this morning. I could have slept in too. Hi, whoever's joined. Hi everyone. I'll quickly share. Yes, so I made it anyway tonight. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. I probably need an iron transfusion is what I'm thinking. I might have to go and see my GP and just get some blood tests. I was excessively tired yesterday, which had me curious. Oh, someone shared an angry face. I wonder why. Why so angry? This is free tarot readings. Be happy. This is great. Yeah, so I feel much better after a good night's sleep, but I was a bit excessively tired. It wasn't normal how tired I was. I actually felt stoned. I also think it was sugar as well. I've eaten a lot of sugar over the weekend, a lot of chocolate, a lot of chocolate. Anyway, okay, share on my timeline. I'm happy to be here though. So I'll do my usual share and then yes, and I can get started and I'll share into my group. So good to see everyone. Hi Shannon, hi Jen, hi Corrine, hey Joe. Lovely to see everyone. And now into the Divine Rebellion group. There we go. All in. Hey Kim, good to see you. Oh, it's so good to see everyone. Hi Michael. Hi everyone. Yes, so last week's reading. I think I have, oh, someone's just emailing me. I'd written a post earlier on during the week. Oops, Prometheus just fell out, the great sacrifice. Yeah, I had written a post about the Wheel of Fortune. I think I have glossed over that. I think I've been overly perhaps maybe a little bit avoidant the shadow aspect of the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune doesn't necessarily automatically mean a series of fortunate events. And then it was so interesting what happened during my week last week. Just in terms of that card, I had two pretty big major events, life-changing events. It wasn't just one, there were two significant. Yes, so I'd written a post about how we can potentially integrate these significant events when the wheel turns. Well, actually, I didn't talk about how to integrate it, but I talked about the potential for either integrating it in a positive or potentially a negative way. Yes, so next time the Wheel of Fortune comes up, I will probably be a little bit more more honest. I don't think I'm deliberately trying to be dishonest. It's not about that. Oh, someone's just messaging. Hi, beautiful. Lost my little one at 11 weeks in June. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have seen two psychics, close friends and family have been to, and they're so right with their situations. Just seeing if you see the same. Oh, you want to know when you'll fall again? Well, I'll draw a card for you later on, and we'll see what comes up. We'll see what comes up, Georgia. Hey, Kath. Hey, Madeline. Yes. So, So I think sometimes. Going back to the Wheel of Fortune, I think. Well, we grow. I feel like my knowledge of the cards deepen with lived experience. So yes, I'll probably read that card a little bit differently the next time it comes up. Imagine if it came up again this week. That would be interesting. I'm scared for me anyway. All right for you. Well, the wheel doesn't necessarily always turn bad. It doesn't, and it's not necessarily bad. But yes, anyway, moving on from there. So for those of you who don't know me, hi Marianne. My name is Marina Lobas. I refer to myself as your soul purpose mentor, and I support intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose, creating courses and services and programs that sell out. And I also mentor people in channeling and tarot mentoring, teaching the Mythic Tarot. I'll be relaunching that soon. I will, a little bit of housekeeping. I do have, and I better put the link in the comments here. I do have, for the next 24 hours, it's only for the next 24 hours, I'm gifting you my soul readings. Oh, hang on a minute, there it is. I'm gifting you my soul readings for $111. I've just put a link in the comments. They're normally $150 for the hour. $111. So there's the link there. You need to you've got 24 hours if you want. If you've been wanting a reading, this is your opportunity to get in at my gifted price, my new price. Well, for the next 24 hours, and then it goes back up to $150. So a few people have taken up the offer already. You don't have to book this week. I actually don't have any space this week, but you can book over I've got a few spots still available in August, and you can book in advance for September if you want as well, or you can keep it in your back pocket. And for when you're feeling more ready, you can keep it in your back pocket, put it in the bank. So the link's there if you want a reading, but it'll only be $111 for the next 24 hours, and then it goes back up to $150. Okay, so if this is the first time you are watching this, the way this works is I'm going to randomly choose 3 cards, and those 3 cards will be an energy report for the week ahead, and I read for the collective. So I truly believe that your energy is influencing what comes through for the weekly energy report, and your spirit team, my spirit team are working together, your higher self, my higher self, influencing the reading, what's meant to come through. And then after I finish the weekly report, which I thoroughly enjoy doing because it's for me as well, I will also do some 1-card readings. So if you'd like a reading, you need to put yes in the comments section, and then I'll go back and have a look. I tend to be a little bit, I can be pretty thorough with my readings. I get carried away with my cards. I love the myths. I have a particular reading style. So if I don't get to you, don't feel as though I'm not ignoring you. It's just I go fairly deep with the cards. But because I'm reading for the collective, if there's something that resonates for you, take it. Take it as a sign. Take it as a message. If it's feeling accurate for your own personal experience, take it as a message, because I truly believe that I'm reading for the collective. And also as well, I'm sort of teaching you about the Mythic Tarot as well. So I do like to keep it somewhat general at times as well, so that you can learn about the Mythic Tarot with me. I love the Mythic Tarot. There's the myths are psychological journeys into the soul. Okay, 3 cards. Being ever so careful after last week. It was last week. I had 2 big shocks last week. It was interesting. Okay. Hi Edie, good to see you. Hi Annette. Hi Debbie. Hi Jeanette. Hi Katrina. Okay, let's have a look at these cards, shall we? So the first card, the Star. Well, this is a major card, and the Star could be referred to as dreams or wishes coming true as well. It has, you can see here, there's the fairy godmother in the light, standing in the light there. The story of this card is, this is Pandora. This is Pandora's box. And Pandora was created by the gods and the goddesses, and she was given these particular qualities and personality traits. And Hermes, the god Hermes, gave her the quality of curiosity, the personality trait of curiosity. And so when she arrived on Earth, she was amongst all these men. She was the only woman, but she was produced. She was told who she should be. She was told what it meant to be woman. And so the curiosity got the better of her. She wondered where she came from. She wondered who she was beyond who she was told she should be. And so she opened up Pandora's box. She opened up the box, and as she opened, because she was so curious, and as she opened up the box, all these insects flew out, the spites, and these spites were planted by Zeus. Zeus put all these spites in the box, knowing at some point Pandora would start to become curious about who she is. And these spites let out all these ills, these illnesses into humanity, like old age, sickness, all these the sufferings that we all experience in lives. It's not entirely a happy card. However, the message in this card, you can see here that Pandora is completely naked. She's stripped bare. The message in this card is that you are being given an opportunity. We this week are being given an opportunity for a clean slate. Who do you want to become? How do you want to produce who you are in your reality? What identity do you want to be producing? Pandora opens the box. She discovers that she's been created by, she's been told who she should be, and she's got really curious about this now, because she wants to have some insight into who she could become, and so she opens the box. So this week we're being called to open our eyes to the potential of what can be this week, the potentiality of who we can become. And in this card, it also represents the glimmer of hope when we can't quite see what the future holds yet. We can't quite see it in full form yet, but we have this inkling, we have this intuitive knowing, we have this feeling that there's something there that we can hold on to, that we can have faith in, that things are going to work out okay, that things are going to be okay, even if you can't see it right now, even if you can't see what that looks like right now. So there's a couple of layers to this card. So one is this is an opportunity for a clean slate, and this week you get to produce, you get to stand in your power and decide who you want to be. What identity do you want to produce? What kind of person do you want to be? How do you want to become you? How do you want to express who you are? This is your clean slate. And then it's also about that having trust and faith that that even though you can't see what's around the corner, that everything is going to work out just fine, that it's going to be okay. So if you are worried, if you do have some stresses and worries about your future, this card is like dreams, wishes coming true when you wish upon a star. That song, I'm thinking of Pinocchio now. Is that from Pinocchio? When you wish upon a star, or whatever that song is. Yeah. So so this is a positive card. It is a positive card. This card comes it comes after the Tower, when everything has fallen down and fallen away, and all you're left with is the truth. The naked truth, when all you're left with is the truth. And this is the pool of remembering who you are, remembering who you want to become, remembering who you are, the pool of remembrance. And so you are naked to the truth of who you want to become. And as I was saying, even though you can't see that far out to the future, you don't know exactly how things are going to turn out, this is the card of holding on to faith and the hope and that feeling, that intuitive knowing that things are going to be okay. They will be okay. Okay, Next card. So, the Pentacles. Pentacles is about how we utilize our resources, what we do with our money, our time, our body, our energy. And in this card, you can see here there are lots of seeds being planted out in the fields. It's a page, so it represents the emergence of the earth element, the Pentacles, the newly emerging energy. This is the beginnings of new projects, the beginnings of new opportunities, and the seeding and nurturing and watering and feeding, taking care of the body. For those of you who might be if you've been neglecting your health, this is your sign to reconnect with your body and start taking care of your well-being, your health, whether that be physically, emotionally, mentally. The earth element is a feminine sign. It's not masculine. It's about nurturing energy, taking care, self-care, self-preservation. But this is also about planting, for those of you in business, planting those seeds, watering them, looking after them. This is the promise of abundance, the promise of reaping rewards, the promise of the harvest. But you have to take care. You've got to look after, nurture it, look after, water, fertilize, all of that sort of good stuff. Like any plant, needs taking care of. And so this is sometimes this card pages also reflect children in our life that need our attention, that need our loving attention. And if you might have a young child, if you're watching this, or children that you may have, I'm not suggesting neglecting, but to bring your focus back to the needs of your child, and potentially focusing on maybe they need some support around schooling or around their health, or that being the focus this week, supporting a child as well. So there's many aspects to this card, but ultimately it's the promise of abundance, of healing and abundance, but it's the beginning. You need to invest your energy and your time and nurture, water, fertilize, invest your energy. And because it's a page, we know there's a fragility to this card. If you don't nurture it, the seeds will die. You've got to give it some extra loving attention right now, whether that be business, family, your health. Okay. Oh. So this isn't a bad card. This isn't a bad card. This isn't a Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune isn't a bad card. I'm still like affected by that card last week. Anyway, so the Judgment card. This is Hermes. Hermes. Well, I was talking about Hermes with Pandora. Remember, Hermes gave Pandora the gift of curiosity, which was an encourager for her to open the box to find out who she really is. Who am I? The truth, just seeking truth. Hermes is a psychopomp. A psychopomp is a guide for the souls, and in this card, he's guiding you towards your rebirth. But first, you must face your past. And so, in this card, this isn't like the Death card where you go through this whole grieving process. This is facing your karma, the implications of your past and how that has produced who you are today, for good or not so good. The positive and the negatives of the choices, the actions, the decisions that we've made, and how it has produced who you are today, how it has contributed to where you find yourself today. So this is a reaping card. It's the reaping of karma, of our karmic actions. And karma isn't negative. I see karma as being love in evolution, or love evolving your experience, where you karma evolves who you are, so it brings you closer to the truth of your true nature. Karma is healing. It's healing you. And so Hermes, he takes you into the underworld. You can see here he's got the caduceus there. It's the healing staff, and he would put that on over the eyes of the souls who were moving between worlds to give them safe passage to move into Hades realm being in the underworld. to move into into Hades realm, to give them safe passage to meet their karma, to clear their karma. And you can see here we've got the mummies they're coming out of the coffins. This is the past coming to meet you again and facing your past. And the facing of this karma only happens when you are psychologically ready, where you have the healthy ego development, or the resilience, inner resilience, to be able to face those memories, those rememberings. So this is about clearing and facing old not necessarily traumas, but facing old issues that may have prevented you, or that may be preventing you from moving forward, and getting clarity around that, finally seeing the truth, being naked to the truth, seeing the truth. And in the pool of remembering, in the pool of remembering, there's Pandora, and that pool next to her is the pool of remembering. And so this card represents going into the underworld and facing the past. But as I was saying, our psychology does protect us. It does protect us from what we're not ready to face. So you'll never move into Hades realm, into the underworld, which is your unconscious. Hermes won't take you there unless you are psychologically ready. You have enough ego development within you, this strong sense of identity within you, to be able to manage, to see, to handle what you're faced with as you move into the underworld. So this is a really karmic card. It's a great card because it's also about reaping all of the efforts, the abundance and efforts that, being gifted with all of the hard work that you've done, being gifted with something that's going to enable you to rebirth in this really vital way, where you have finally let go of the past, where lessons have been learned, and you won't be repeating those same lessons again. Phew, right? Phew, because if you're anything like me, I've had to learn some lessons over more than once so far in my lifetime. This is like lessons learned. You finally get it. And it's also reflecting back to see how you may, taking radical responsibility, how you may have contributed to some of those events, that it wasn't just happening to you, that you were producing it as well, that you created it. So it is a healing card, and Hermes is guiding you. He's a psychopomp. He's guiding you into the underworld. Okay, so let me do a summary of these cards. So Pandora, so the naked truth. Seeing things, producing more vital, being honest about who you are. Who am I? Who's the woman, or who do I want? How do I want to be in this world? Who do I want to be in this world? Drop it, the falling down, the tower has fallen, and all that is left now is this truth, and the remembering, who am I, and trusting the guiding light within, trusting your intuition, even though you can't see. Even though you can't see exactly how things are going to turn out, you can trust your intuition. You can trust that knowing that you are being taken care of, and that this is the wish card. This is the wish card. Even though the spites have been let out of Pandora's box, never fear. You are being guided. You are being guided to becoming a much more vital, honest, authentic version of you. Start planting the seeds. This is the time to start planting seeds, taking care of your health, taking care of your family, taking care of your business, planting new seeds, new ideas, focusing on if you have children, that they will be influencing your decisions this week as well, focusing on the well-being of your kids, your family, your business, and planting these seeds, which are a promise of abundance. You can see there, look at all those seeds. If you take care of them and water them and nurture them and fertilize them, this is the promise of prosperity. But you have to take care. This is the fragility of the beginnings. You must really invest your energy in this growth right now, this week. Big investments. And then karma. This is the karmic. This is karmic. This week is incredibly karmic. You are facing, you know, parts of yourself that need your loving attention so that you can move forward. You can move forward, letting go of what no longer serves you, and so that you can, you know, move rebirth into the woman, into the person that you want to be, rather than who you've been told you should be. So this is the clearing of karma. Okay. I think these are intense cards. You might not see that. I'll summarize these tomorrow. I think they're really interesting cards. I'm happy with them. I think it's a good sign for this week. I'll summarize them tomorrow. Right, so all of those cards are resonating with you, Kim. Yes, me too. Me too. They're all on diets, need I say any more? Who's on diets, Madeline? So spot on for you, this card. Which card is that, Irina? Hi, Brianna. Which card did you love, Shannon? Was it Pandora? You felt a connection with that reading? Yeah, me too. I can't wait to write more about it tomorrow. I'm going to invest in a little bit of energy tomorrow to write a little bit more, be a little bit more in depth. Well, you know, usually when I do my summary, I might be a little bit more in depth, a bit more specific. I'll just see what else drops in around that. It feels positive. It does. It feels really good. That's the hope. It does feel positive. I wouldn't say that if it didn't. Okay. Hi, Rebecca. So, it's time to do some readings. The second card that spoke to you. Okay, so the page. Interesting. Do you do TTC readings? I don't know what that is. What's TTC? Can you explain to me what TTC is, Stephanie? TTC. Am I missing something? Clearly. I don't know what TTC is. I even try and pretend to know what TTC is. I do readings. TTC. What does that stand for? Trying to conceive. Interesting. Well, that is an interesting conversation. I don't know what to say about that, other than I often do mentoring sessions where I help my clients connect with their children, their soul babies, and develop a relationship with them to bring them earth side, to channel and work with their energy, to communicate with them, to bring them earth side. So in terms of doing readings, it's not really me pulling out the cards and doing a reading. It's supporting you to develop that connection, to help support, bring this child earth side. And so we might tune into specific, nutritional needs that this child may feel called to, that's intuitively sharing with you. There are emotional needs. So I've had a reading done by 3 different people who can see a baby boy sometime this year. The year is nearly over. No, it's not. The year isn't over yet. It's not over yet. Okay, I want to start doing these readings. Shall I? I think it's time. So, Annette Love, are you still here? So just going back to you, Stephanie, my preference would actually be to do a session with you, not a reading for you. It would be helping you to connect with this child. That is my preference, not a reading. But, There are some people that prefer to go and see a psychic and have a reading and put their power, give their power, hand their power over to somebody else. Choice is yours. Okay. Checking to see if... Who did I just say? Someone love. Annette Love, are you still here? And Tremaine, you're next after Annette. Just checking to see if Annette's here. If she's not here, hi Alana. No, well, Stephanie, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. If it does, sometimes it does come up in a reading. Sometimes it just does, and you know, and that's it. Sometimes it does. Whatever drops in, I share as it drops in, and whatever cards are there, and yeah. I can't give you a straight answer because we'd have to have a session together. Well, that is a straight answer, actually. I'm still waiting for Annette, so I think Annette's gone. I don't think she's here. Okay, Tremaine, I'm going to choose. I'm going to work with you for now, and then Stephanie, if you'd like a reading, I'll pull a card for you. Hi, Robin. All right, Tremaine, I'm going to read for you. Oh, I can't pick. Tremaine, just let me know that you're here, because I'm starting to worry that you're not here. I think that's your card. Please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're here. This is your card. I hope you're here. So, Tremaine, you need to give me a thumbs up. You need to give me a yes. Let me know that you're still here. Otherwise, I'm going to put this card away and move on. Yes, great. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles, Dadlius. This is Dadlius. He's receiving recognition for the work that he's doing. He's receiving some kind of recognition, some kind of payment, some kind of certification, some kind of recognition for his hard work. This is you at the beginnings of a new project or a new employment or a new way of earning money, or the potential of a new way of earning money. And this is you having received or learning a new skill and having reached some kind of competency in this new skill, in this new project or new way of potential earnings. And this is a good sign. This is a sign that whatever it is that you are focused on in terms of study or employment, or how you want to earn money, this project, this is the potential of really good things. You can see here he's scaffolding. He's being, you know, he's on a higher level. He's reached some kind of he's made progress. This is the making progress, and it's the potential for earning good money, the potential for abundance or being divinely compensated for this progress. So this is a really positive card around, you know, employment, around making money, around creative projects, around the development of an expertise that has abundance attached to it. This is a good sign. So in this card, it's not the moth flying around. It's not the end of this. This is just the beginnings. This is just the beginnings. This is like this is the early stages, but a really good sign. A really good sign that things are heading in the right direction. And don't give up. Don't give up. This is just the beginning. You know, keep moving forward with your project, with your ideas, with it's some kind of recognition, whether that's to do with like a pay rise or some kind of recognition for a development of an expertise that you've been working on, a skill that you've been working on that's starting to show up as being, you know, you being very competent at this particular thing, and there's abundance attached to it. Okay, so Stephanie, I'll read for you. And there's your card. Stephanie, you need time to recover. This is the card of recovery. This just given what you've shared with me, you are still healing. You are still healing from something that's happened, and this card often comes after we have, well, maybe I'll say it like this: when there's been some conflict, when we've had to manage some big conflict in our lives, or manage family problems that have created conflict, or in our, you know, and that has affected our person, you know, our personal life, to the extent where this is the card of recovery, where there has to be some kind of withdrawal to unpeople. This is you needing to unpeople. It's also a card about, as a card of being patient. Orestes is in recovery, and he's gathering his resources, he's gathering his energy, he's recovering, he's healing. I'm going to suggest that you need to spend more time on working on your health right now, your physical health, and healing from emotional and physical, healing from the toxicity of the past and the toxicity of your, you know, potentially how you may have been neglecting your health in the past, that you need to spend more time focusing on your health. If you want what you want, then this is the card. This is the recovery card. So this isn't, you know, oh, that's it, it's all over. This is you needing to spend time in unpeopling and focusing on your health, on your mental health, on your physical health, and in recovery. So this card comes after the abscess that's being burst. So the toxins are still releasing from your body. So given the conversation that we had earlier, this is a little sign for you to get really focused on your health, and making sure that you have enough rest, that you are not overdoing things, that you are not, you know, making sure that you are giving yourself enough time to rest and recuperate. And someone keeps messaging me to rest and recuperate, and to spend time, you know, not doing everything for everyone, you know, being in your own space, your own time, and taking care of your energy, protecting your energy. Okay. Oh, you've been off work for 5 days. Have you been sick? Have you been unwell? That's interesting. Yes, well, that's a little sign. You need to take care of your health. It's really important, not just physical health, but your mental health. Unpeople. Yeah, because when I was feeling into that card, it's almost like that. Well, it's not almost. It is that you need to spend more time focusing on you and your needs, to ensure that you fall pregnant. You need time, you need space, you need privates, like unpeopling. You can't continue to give like you have been. It's time, you've got to let yourself rest so your body can heal. Okay. Georgia, are you still here? Yes, Madeline, I'm highly sensitive people. We need to unpeople because we get overly stimulated very easily. We're so sensitive to the environment, atmosphere. We don't just walk into a room and see who's in the room. We feel the temperature in the room. We can read micro expressions. We're picking up on scents and feelings on our skin and temperature dropping in the room, and we are highly sensitive people. And so yes, we can get very overstimulated by the environment that we're in, or environments that we're in. We do need time to unpeople, to recover, to rest and recover. And yeah, essential. That's why I went to bed at 9:30 yesterday. Unpeople. Enough. Yeah. Okay, Georgia. Let's see what card comes up for you. You're in bed now, Tracy? Yeah. I'm not far off. I'll be there too. Okay, so well, so this is the page. This is a page. So we know this is about children. Pages, children. Okay. So this represents the energy, childlike energy of the air element, and it's the emergence of new values and the emergence of the truth, seeking truth, being a truth seeker, wanting to be in touch with your higher consciousness, your wisdom, you know, wanting to be more in tune with your wisdom and your higher consciousness. And the air element it connects us to our soul. It is our soul is born earth side through that first breath that we take, that moment we take our first breath, it ignites our soul into this lifetime. And so the air is definitely connected with it's a very spiritual element. It's a transformational element as well. So the gossip card, yes, it can be the gossip card. Sometimes it can be about that. And this is the card of being flexible, being open and flexible, the flexibility, not taking everything that we're told as being gospel, and being open-minded to new potentials or new ways of thinking or new ways of perceiving our reality, not based on what other people are telling us, but being open to the alternative, to the stories that we're being told. So sometimes this is about being influenced by other people, but not necessarily. Sometimes, yes, it can be about gossiping, but it's more that this is about you being called to step into your own truth and the emergence of your own truth that's beyond what other people are telling you who you should be or how things are going to be for you. But as I was saying, this is the emergence of a new. This is a child. This is a child as well. This is a child. Yeah. So this card represents you finding your own truth amongst all of the stuff that's going on, having to trust that. And given that we've just had the beginning of the reading, the energy report, if you were with us and I think you were with us at the beginning of this energy report, you're being called to hold on to the intuition that you feel within you, even though you don't know the timing of when or what that looks like or how that's going to look. You can trust that it will be, that karma will have its way, and that it will be, and the seeds have been planted. The timing of that we don't know exactly. Some of these things we're just not meant to know exactly. You know, the timing. It may it may interfere with events that need to take place that will ultimately create, you know, what you want. We can't know every single detail, you know. That's just not how life... I wish I wish you wouldn't be here tonight if we could know every single detail, right? But this is your sign that there is a child, and not to believe everything that people are telling you. You have to find your own truth. You need to come to your own understanding, your own truth. And there are new values that you are being called to, that, you know, new values that are emerging, and these values will drive your decision making, will drive will give you that sense of what really matters to you, what's really important to you beyond what people are telling you. But yes, okay. I hope that was helpful. So, hey Charlotte. Well, so many new people on tonight. It's really nice to see new faces, new people. It's nice, new energy. I love it. It's amazing. It's great. Thanks for coming on tonight. I can't do this without you here. It would be pointless, wouldn't it? I was on here by myself. Oh, hi Helene. Nice to meet you. So, hey Tabitha. Nice to meet you. So who's next? I can't decide. Hi Natasha. Alana, are you still here? Have I read for you? Can't remember. Oh, there was an angry face. Who's angry? Why do you feel angry? What are you going to be angry about? You're getting free readings. This is not an angry space. This should be like, yay, a happy space. Angry face. This cracks me up. Okay, Katrina, I'm going to read for you. Oh, thanks, Shannon. She's gorgeous. I love Shannon. And Alana. So, okay, so Alana, I'll read for you, and then I'll read for Katrina. Hi, Lucinda. Nice to meet you. Hi, Anita. Okay, I'm getting confused before Alana, and you'll have to remind me who I was saying next. Okay, Alana. Focus on Alana. Alana. I don't know which card to pick. Okay, this has to be it. Alana, this is a really positive card. This is you getting some support, or receiving some kind of help, receiving some kind of reward, being gifted, being supported and gifted. If you've been asking for help, or have been wanting some kind of financial assistance, or hoping for financial assistance, or hoping for some kind of windfall, this is your card to say that it's very close. Excuse me, it's very near. Of the opportunity, you'll be given an opportunity of some sort that will enable you to have this windfall, to have this windfall of resources, of financial resources. This is a positive card. It could be even that, it could be that you have applied for a new job, or you want to apply for a new job, that you will receive, you will get what you want. There's not a lot to say other than be open to receive. You're about to be gifted. Remain open this week. Don't say no to the support and help. Don't say no to it. Say yes as it shows up. Hi Zita, lovely to see you. Say yes as it shows up. You are going to be given something, a gifting of some sort. And don't say no. Don't be too proud. Say yes. Let yourself be supported in whatever way it chooses to show up. My feeling is it's regarding resources, so it's going to give you some kind of like financial boost, or ability to make more money, or to have more of something. Okay. Now, I can't, it was Katrina, wasn't it? I couldn't remember who I said I was going to read for next. Katrina, how are we going for time? Oh, still plenty of time. Good. I like to read until about sort of 9ish. It's amazing to see new people. It's just amazing to see new faces. It's like it goes in cycles. My my tarot energy reports. You know, it's interesting. I love it. It's nice. Okay, Katrina. So nice to meet all these new faces. Lovely to meet you. Katrina. There's a card on the ground. Okay, Katrina, this is I'm getting a bit hot. I might just turn off my heater. Hold on. Right, it's off. It's better. No, it's not every Monday. It's usually Sundays. I'm usually on Sundays. It was just I was really tired, excessively tired yesterday. Like I actually felt stoned. I think it was from all the sugar, or I could be lacking in iron. But I did eat. I went to Whistler's Chocolate Factory, and I ate a whole slab of fudge on the Saturday, and then I had chocolate in the evening, and then I got up the next day and I finished off the chocolate. Then I just felt, to be honest, I was fucked. I felt stoned. I could barely I just barely function. And then, yeah, I think it was just a sugar. Well, that was part of it. That was definitely part of it. I'm terrible when it comes to chocolate. I don't have any, it's the dopamine rush. It gives you that rush, that ecstasy, a moment of being just feeling amazing. You know, as you're eating, it's just the aftermath is not so amazing. I was off my head. It's not good for me. I can't really do sugar. I love it, but it's not good for me. Anyway, okay, so the Five of Cups. This card represents the betrayals of the past and how your heart is needing your loving attention. That you have some old hurts there, or some hurts there around trust issues, and needing to this is a sign to bring your loving attention to your heart and the fears that you have around betrayal based on being betrayed in the past. So in this card, Psyche, it's the stories about Eros and Psyche. Psyche refers, it's a Greek word for soul. Eros is he's spiritual love, and he's connected with our sexuality and intimacy, and these two fall in love. But Eros's mother is Aphrodite, and Aphrodite didn't like Psyche because Psyche was really beautiful, and she tried to get rid of her. And Aphrodite's a very jealous goddess, and she tried to have her murdered basically. And Eros rescues her, but he doesn't want Psyche to know that it's him because he's Aphrodite's son, and he thinks that Psyche won't love him if she knows the truth of who he is. And so he makes a deal with her. He whisks her to this amazing location, and she has all her needs met, except for the fact that she doesn't know who he is. He only comes to her at night, and it's dark, and she's not allowed to see him. And so this gets the better of her. She starts to doubt. She starts to doubt him, and this gets the better of her. And so one night she goes to him, and she takes an oil lamp, and she goes, to have a look to see who her husband is. She doesn't know who she's married, and she bends over and she drips some of the hot oil on him, and he wakes up and he's in shock, and he takes off, he runs away because he feels completely betrayed by her. But actually, ultimately, he betrays her. He betrayed her because he wasn't honest with her about who he is. He knew who she was, but actually he didn't know. She didn't know who he was. He kept that secret from her. And then being, emotionally immature, he takes off. He abandons her. And so this card represents that abandonment from the past, the betrayal of the past, and how that's still affecting you today. And the need, this card, Psyche has to spend some time on her own, or spend some time working on herself. She has to spend some time inside the truth of her being, inside of her heart, to reconnect with her heart and to gain this sense of sovereignty outside of her relationships. Who am I outside of the relationship? What what really what truly matters to me? Where is who do I truly love? Where is my love? Where is my heart really leading me? Where am I destined to go? Where is it calling me to be? So this card is about overcoming, letting down the barriers, the hurts from the past, and reconnecting with your heart consciousness, and healing some of the betrayal, the issues that you have around trust, having to do some work around that, because it will affect your relationships for sure. So this is a card, even though there's conflict in this card, there's still a cup that stands, that's still remaining, and that's the sign that all is not lost. It's just that this work needs to be done. This personal journey work needs to be done for you to have the kind of relationship that you want. You need to work on this relationship with your heart. Okay. So, hi, do you still have me? Rebecca, you'd like a reading. I'll pull a card for you. Don't forget, for the next 24 hours, my readings are full 1 hour read. Well, usually 1 hour. Sometimes depends on the rapport that I have with my clients. I usually block 2 hours just in case. Not that it ever goes for 2 hours, but yeah, I usually block 2 hours because it usually goes for an hour and a half. My readings are $111 for the next 24 hours. You need to book in the next 24 hours, book and pay. And then usually my readings are generally $150. But if you want a reading at that price, then you need to book in the next 24 hours. There's a link in the comments section. I'll put another link in soon. And it doesn't have to be, well, actually I don't have any room this week anyway, so you won't be able to have a reading this week, but it can be any time this year. For this year you can book later on in August, September. Yes, so I do have a couple of spots on Sunday, actually, from memory. I work every second weekend. Sunday, I do have some spots on Sunday. You better get in if you want Sunday's appointments. Get in now quickly before other people take them. I think I've got 3. I can't remember. I think it's 3. Yeah. I haven't got my diary in front of me. I don't have an electronic diary. I know, I'm a bit behind the times. I don't love technology. I've got issues with technology. I've got a personal assistant, a VA, who's trying to get me on, trying to help me become more familiar with technology. I just hand it to her and say, can you just sort that out for me? I can't deal with it. I just get a bit overwhelmed with technology. I think creatives tend to feel a bit overwhelmed with that sort of stuff. Okay, Rebecca. Oh, the Death card. So, Hades, the Lord of the underworld. He rules the underworld. He rules the unconscious mind, being the parts of ourselves that are, or the repressed, the pool of the repressed parts of our being. Also, every thought that's ever been thought, every idea that's ever been created, every emotion you've ever had, every experience, every memory, everything you've ever experienced being collected in this pool of this unconscious, this deep unconscious well inside of you. So this is like your inner reality, your inner world, and in the world, you can see here, this is the unconscious here, and this is the river Styx, which I call the personal subconscious, the subconscious, or your personal unconscious, and this is your conscious awareness. So the death card represents loss. It does represent loss. It represents grief. It represents the process of grief, and it's not something that I can define for you or tell you how you should grieve. Grieving has its own way. It has its own way of showing up as it does. This card often comes up when loved ones who have passed over are, you know, sort of knocking on the door and saying, I'm here, and they've transformed into spirit, into the essence, their essence. They've lost their physical, they've left earth side and moved into a new realm. And so this card, it represents deep transformation, not just for the loved ones who have passed over, but for those who are experiencing grief and loss, and how that changes your life forever, because it does. There's a finality with this card that one cannot escape. There is no, you can see here that they're trying to give Hades gifts. Just, you know, if I give you this, will you let me, well, can you make this, can you stop this? And Hades says it doesn't matter what you give me, you cannot stop what you have to face the finality around. There's nothing that you can do to change this now. So this card it has its dark elements, but not in the context of being bad. It's just that it's the facing of what can no longer be, and it's the giving up of one life for another, that you have no choice but to give up one life for another, that you have to face the endings of what once was, that it just can no longer be. So does that mean that there isn't a future ahead of you? Of course there is. Does that mean that there isn't something else waiting for you? Yes, there is. The sun is going to rise eventually, but this grieving process is absolutely necessary, and one that you can't avoid. And you know, it has to happen in your own timing. No, you can't rush this. Grief happens in its own timing. It can be very inconvenient. It can happen in the most, you know, when we express grief, it can happen at the most inconvenient times. I mean, I can remember crying in the shopping centre after my father had passed, and saw some man that looked exactly like my father, very similar, and I just burst into tears in the shopping centre. I couldn't control, you know, it just came out. Grief has that kind of, it has its own, it comes in waves, and each wave has its own energy, it has its own emotional tone. And we have to learn to live with it. And so grief, I think grief changes us, it transforms us, and it's not something that we can get rid of. It's like we eventually reconcile that we will grieve, and that there will be grief, and that there will be times when that wave will move, will overwhelm us, and there'll be moments where, you know, where it's just going to be there, and that's okay. We don't have to try and get rid of grief, or, you know, get over it. Time to let the grief go. That's it. That's enough. Now I've grieved enough. Now can you just, you know, piss off? No more. It doesn't really work like that. We come to terms and we learn to reconcile. Yeah. So sorry, Rebecca. I seen a guy the other day that looked like my brother. I can't seem to face it. So accurate. Your brother passed away 3 years ago, and I can't get over it. Yeah, well, here's the message in this card for you as well, that he has transformed, and he is actually still with you, but in another way. In narrative therapy, we call this, we would call this the goodbye hello conversation. It was coined by a brilliant man called Michael White, who is the founder of narrative therapy, and this conversation it's one that we often don't engage in. We spend a lot of time talking about our loved ones dying and having died, but not allowing ourselves to say hello to them in new forms, and to engage in the memory of them, and letting that speak to you, letting them move, letting their voice become part of your reality, letting them live inside of your heart, and have to be able to have that connection with them still, that you're fully allowed to have that. You have full permission to have that. So this is the knocking on the door. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here for you. Yes, powerful card, the Death card. You dream of him all the time. I'm not surprised. Yeah. You feel relation. Yeah, you can relate to all the cards that I've pulled. They've been big cards tonight, for sure. Sorry, what did Natasha say? I just had caught Natasha's. Oh, I can't find it now. Natasha. I don't know. Okay, next person. Sending you love, Rebecca. It's hard to, my computer's going really slow. Hi Joanne, good to see you. Robin, yes, I'll read for you. Are you still here? Please give me a yes if you're still here. Oh, you're so welcome, Rebecca. Do you know, when I teach channeling, whilst I'm waiting for Robin, when I teach channeling or mediumship, which is basically the art, well, channeling is the art of mediumship. I teach people how to embody, how to have a somatic experience of spirit, and we don't just engage here, we engage in a full-bodied way where we remember, we conjure, we're conjuring the energy of our loved ones who have passed over through the memories, the loving memories of our heart. And so there are specific techniques that I would share with you in how to bring their energy into being, into the room with us. Because people, when they come to me for sessions, they don't come to me alone. They come to me with a community of people, not people that have just passed either. Living people as well. They come to me with a community of people. And so we work with the community as well, not just the one person. That's very narrative. It's a whole other conversation. Okay, Robin, great. Can you send me a message on that? I'm interested. You mean in channeling? Sure, I can do that. I've also, while I'm here, actually, Tabitha, I have a 4-week program that starts tomorrow, and I still have spaces available if you'd like to join. It's group channeling and mentoring and training, and I can put a link in the comments, and you're welcome to join that group. Yes, that starts tomorrow. Every Tuesday night for 4 weeks, I'll be holding space to teach you these practices where you'll learn to read for yourself and others. I'll find the link now before I read for Robin, and then I can move on. Or you can do it one-to-one with me. I'm happy. I do one-to-one training as well. Here we go. This might be more in your price range, if it's going to allow me to, I'll do it after. I'll do it at the end. It's not going to allow me to do this right now because it's my computer. It's super slow. I've got so many videos stored on there now. It's just what I need to clean out my computer. Okay, I'll send that to you, Tabitha, at the end of this. I'll private message you, and I probably should put it in the group because there might be a couple of other people. I have a few more spots available if you want to join that. I'd love to show you, teach you how to do that. Okay, Robin, this is for you. Get back to where I was. Robin, okay. I've lost the Facebook page. Where is it? Ah, okay. I'll have to do it from here. Robin. This little card hiding there. Robin, whatever you've been dreaming about, that you've been wishing for, that you have wanted, that, you know, in terms of matters of the heart, this can be you know, this can be in the context of relationship lovers. It can also be in the context of relationship around, you know, heartfelt projects or dreams or wishes that you've had for your life. This is the confirmation that it must be, and that it will be, and that it must be that way, and that it's going to be that way. So this is you seeing, this is you finally seeing the truth and knowing that it must be. And that, so this card shows up when we have had to wait. You know, we've had to be patient when we've had to work through some challenges, and it feels like it's never going to be. But finally, this is like the collapsing of time and getting what you want. Finally having those heartfelt dreams met. Finally having it show up for you, and very quickly. So you can see here that Psyche, she's sitting on the rock there, and in the story she's lost. So this is Psyche having lost everything. So I was talking about the other card, the Five of Cups, where she's betrayed. Well, they've both been, but they've betrayed each other, Psyche and Eros. And so now she's apparently lost everything, but actually she hasn't. What she realizes the truth. She realizes what's really, really important to her. And what that enables her to do is to get really focused on what she wants, and then actually start making it happen, rather than being distracted by all of the superfluous stuff, or the stuff that just doesn't really matter. So this is the collapsing of time, of you having your heart's wishes met, getting what you want, very quickly in terms of matters of the heart. Okay, so I can't find my Facebook page. I've lost it. Somehow I lost it. Where is it? Oh, let me find it. Here it is. Okay. Got it back. How are we going for time? Okay, so I've gone over time. I'm going to put closure on this. Thank you so much for everybody who stopped in tonight. I really appreciate your presence. This wouldn't work if you weren't here. I hope that I've been of service to you in one way or another. If you want to join my channeling, I do have space for the channeling program. I didn't share it tonight. I don't know why, but I've got some space. It starts tomorrow night for 4 weeks. 6 p.m. to 7:50 p.m. Western WST, Western Standard Time, so Perth time. And you'll be receiving not just those sessions, but content between that, plus me, you're obviously mentoring you, helping you, teaching you how to channel, teaching you the art of mediumship. And I will, I'll put a link to that in the comments. You'll learn to read for yourself and others. It'll be amazing. So I will share that with you. And of course, you've got 24 hours to book in for my special, for my $111 readings, which ends in 24 hours, and it's gone and back to the usual price. So I'll do that. Sending you so much love. Have an amazing evening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next week, Sunday. Bye.